Welcome everyone to another episode of Mario Kart Tour. In today's video, I will be providing more information on breakpoints in Mario Kart Tour. This will be a follow-up to the initial concepts video, for which I'll put a card up above and a link in the description below. I will be going into more detail on the race points formula and the implications that has with your entire loadout, that is the drivers, karts, and gliders, as it relates to those breakpoints. I'll also be providing my thoughts on the table for bonus points boost for drivers, karts, and gliders. If that sounds good with all of you, please show your support with the channel by leaving a like on this video and subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for all that support. Just a brief recap here. The points system in Mario Kart Tour conducts something called favorable rounding, whereby a ceiling is provided for all calculations with a decimal point, meaning that if it's not a whole number in the calculation at a certain step in the formula, that value will be rounded up, thereby increasing the score on your action and your overall score in the run. In the last video, we dedicated a lot of time taking a look at the implications of this with the Mii Racing suit, since each purchase of a new Mii Racing suit from the Mii Racing suit shop adds on 10 base points to your entire repertoire of Miis. However, only at specific points will you be seeing a change in your bonus points boost, and that is along a gradient according to the level of the Mii Racing suit that you'll be using in a race. So those breakpoints occur more frequently the higher level your Mii Racing suit is. Therefore, if your Mii Racing suits are level 8, then you'll be seeing that breakpoint a third of the time. But if you have them at level 6, you'll only be seeing that breakpoint a fourth of the time. And that goes all the way down to 1/20th of the time if your Mii Racing suits are just level 2. In that content, I provided a list of base points where you would be receiving those breakpoints. And those values are accurate, but only under specific conditions, which I will elaborate on now. If your driver, in this case the Mii Racing suit, is the only item in the top shelf in your loadout, and therefore your kart and glider are not in the top shelf, then you will be observing those breakpoints as indicated in the previous content. Through further investigation of the race points formula, it's now known that the rounding phase only occurs once. So if all of your items, that is your driver, kart, and glider combo, are all in the top shelf, those items are calculated individually for their bonus points boost based on the level and the base points that they have. But they are first added together before the ceiling calculation is conducted. Therefore, there are a whole slew of scenarios which will adjust the breakpoints based on your specific loadout. This adds an enormous degree of nuance to the situation, makes it a lot less wieldy, since it's not a one-size-fits-all situation, and based on your kart and glider setup for each course that you would be using the Mii Racing suits on, it will influence where those breakpoints will occur. You'll only be observing the specific breakpoints which we highlighted in the previous video if the decimals for your kart and glider are either very large, very small, or absolutely 0, and based on what those values are, will influence the magnitude of the points gain off of your breakpoint itself. In light of this, I would take the focus away from the specific breakpoints that were provided in the last video, since it is something of a sliding scale and will not reflect everyone's unique situations out there, and instead put the focal point on the concept of the number of Mii Racing suits needed in order to present your specific account with the bonus points boost increase. For level 8, that's approximately every third Mii Racing suit. For level 6, it's approximately every fourth Mii Racing suit, all the way down to level 2, that's approximately every 20th Mii Racing suit that you would have purchased would be providing you with the additional point per action in your runs. If you are not hitting one of those breakpoints, then the total points difference that you would be obtaining would be 80 points for a level 8 driver, 70 points for a level 7 driver, 60 points for a level 6 driver, so on and so forth. This is where I'll transition the focus from the Me Racing suits now back to the traditional inventory that we'd have with regular drivers, karts, and gliders. Looking at it in its totality, it's still optimal to have a DKG set that presents the smallest combined decimal, so you get the highest rounding. You could still figure out your breakpoints using a table for bonus points boost and seeing what kind of cutoffs are optimal in certain situations for certain levels and base points within your inventory. One such optimal breakpoint that you can achieve with your inventory is by having a level 8 quad capped driver with a level 6 triple capped kart and a level 6 triple capped glider. The in-race portion of the bonus points boost for a level 8 quad cap driver would be 56.35 added on to the kart and the glider, which would each present the in-race portion of the bonus points boost for a level 6 triple capped item would be 17.875. This adds up to a total of 92.1, which would be rounded through the ceiling calculation up to 93 and a gain of 0.9 points per action. Those also happen to be realistic and optimal plateaus with which to take certain parts of your inventory. Certainly the foundational pillars with your drivers would be of consideration to go that far. If you would like to endeavor to pursue those additional points that you can achieve through breakpoints, I'll provide a table to the right here, which will show 1/2 of the bonus points boost that you'd be receiving. So this is essentially what you'd be getting for either the in-race portion of the bonus points boost or the after-race portion. Keep in mind that it's approximately x2 to the overall relative value of these items if you're just comparing them in the traditional sense. However, the bonus points boost table is really only valuable for comparing something at face value. It doesn't represent a specific outcome in the game based on the nuance within the formula and how your parts for your inventory interact with one another. If you find more interesting trends yourself or have any questions regarding this material, become active in the community. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Join the Discord server and one of our veteran members will help you out. I wish you all the best in your Mario Kart pursuits. Until next time, take care everyone.